Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Metal video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at which units you should consider getting with your virtual Dokkan Ultimate Clash currency or Battlefield memories around about the month of May 2025. So obviously every now and then I'll give an update on this. The last one I did was last year in November. Basically, in terms of Battlefield currency, you don't get a lot. Like, I have 2.5 million. You don't get a lot, especially if you're starting the game brand new. You might be like, oh, who should I get? Like, who's worth spending my Battlefield currency on? It's important to take note that you can spend on whatever you want. I do suggest picking up a bit of the stamina, especially if you are a new account. And obviously, maybe you might want to spend some on Kais, although I would refrain from doing this long term. It's not worth it. But generally speaking, it's the characters. It's like, which LRs are you going to buy? Now, I do only suggest buying LRs because the other characters just aren't really worth it right now, and it doesn't look like Dokkan is giving them easy A's or anything anytime soon, but we'll see. In terms of the LRs that are useful to you, look, I think I'm going to go through all of them because there's not that many, but Metal Cooler is okay. I would say, considering the price tag, considering you have to easy A him as well, and for a lot of these units you do have to easy A them, I just don't think it is huge value here. For me, if you compare him to, like, for example, the physical Ginyu, who I think you should get, the difference is quite startling. Because the reason what makes physical Ginyu so valuable is that he works really well with the free-to-play Ginyu Force team. He helps round out your Ginyu Force team to complete Ginyu Force-based challenges. He helps you in Ultimate Clash because he can link up well with the Ginyu Force team. He gives you a lot of good options for Ultimate Clash and completing certain missions. Metal Cooler is not really, because he's Wicked Bloodlines, because he's artificial life forms, there's no real team where I would say he himself is a crucial cog. Like, Ginyu is a crucial cog to the Ginyu Force team. He's really, really solid. On the same route, it's the same with Uub. Uub is just not good enough to be a functional component piece for GT heroes. Metal Cooler, not someone you want to invest the money into. Uub, also not a character you want to invest the money into. He's not going to change your GT heroes team. He's not going to make your GT heroes team fly with flying colors. Metal Frieza and King Cold, exactly the same as Cooler. They are nice to have. They don't do anything, though, that is dramatically remarkable. They don't change how your team may play the game. They are nice to have, but they are also very limited. Babidi and Dabura, however, I find very useful. They link up amazingly with another free-to-play unit, the Prime Battle Babidi and Boo. They and Babidi and Boo have like 5 links also. They work great on a Majin Buu team. They work great on an Extreme AGL team. They work really nicely in tandem with these units because they work great in Ultimate Clash, ESBR, SBR. They do good damage, they debuff, and they work, like I said, really well with another free-to-play unit, which immediately ups their value quite tremendously. Although they are probably more limited than Metal Cooler, I find their impact a lot more. I use them a ton in Ultimate Clash. Hatchiyack, also not a bad consideration. I would say he's probably one of the units I consider the most, largely because outside of Captain Ginyu, who helps you with the Ginyu Force missions, Hatchiyack helps you a lot with the Giant Form missions. But there's only very few Giant Form missions, so his importance is not nearly as much as Captain Ginyu. Captain Ginyu, I'd say, is probably quite important to help out Ginyu Force. Hatchiyack's just nice to have if you don't have a lot of Giant Form characters or you want a Giant Form character that's actually going to help you beat events. He is very useful in that regards. So right now it's Captain Ginyu. I would then say probably Hatchiyack if you're struggling with Giant Form, or Babidi and Dabura. Frieza and Cell, I don't find, weirdly enough, as useful as Babidi and Dabura. A lot of that is because they are missing some of the support factors that make Babidi and Dabura work out really well. Another factor is the fact that they essentially, I think, to a larger component, struggle with their requirements. Revenge and GT bosses are just not very strong teams. Then we have Anilaza. He is pretty good. Probably be my 5th pick out of like the 5, I would say. Captain Ginyu, Babidi and Dabura, Hatchiyack, and then probably Anilaza. That would actually be the only 4 I'd say are top priority. Anilaza, he's not great. He's on some decent categories, but he really thrives in Ultimate Clash. If you're building mono teams for Ultimate Clash, having an extreme strength unit with 60% damage reduction who you can just throw in the first slot is very helpful. He helps out a lot in that regard. Doesn't do much else besides that, but he does help out a lot in that regards. He's pretty simple to use. So yeah, so I would say Anilaza, Hatchiyack, Babidi and Dabura, and Captain Ginyu. And Captain Ginyu probably being the first most useful unit, at least for me personally. That's what I would say. But with that being said, that is everything from me. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you need any more help, you can let me know. It's always greatly appreciated to see your comments and obviously discuss things. Let me know what you think about the Battlefield currency LRs. And yeah, that's it from me. Bye.